Okay, happy Wednesday. I literally had to write that on my on my notebook because I forget what day we're on. This is bad. But anyway, I'm so excited about today's call. We haven't had a call in quite some time, I think since last year. So super excited about this call, especially because everything that we're going to be talking about is new and up and coming. And this is just going to be so amazing for our fitness and our nutrition journeys, as well as those who are coaches for our businesses, right? So I remember when Beachbody, when I started Beachbody, I know that some people started Beachbody when everything was in cassettes, right? But I started Beachbody when things were on DVDs. And so when we made the transition to Beachbody on demand, I remember feeling like a little lost and feeling like, man, people are really going to get so much, like everything on the library for one price. And then they had, so when I started T25, I got DVDs and I paid $225 for my pack plus tax, right? And I didn't think it was expensive. I was ready to just start my journey to lose weight, right? And get healthy. And so when we did the transition from DVDs to Beachbody on Demand, I was like, yo, Carl has lost his mind. $160 for all the content. I was like, what? And now with all the changes, it's gonna get even better. So tonight we're gonna talk about a few things. And I have Jessica Minardi, who many of you guys know. She has an amazing transformation story. And as a matter of fact, later I'm gonna post a link to a podcast that she did with a coach in the network. And she was raw, you guys, in that presentation or in that podcast where she shares her journey, her transformation journey. And you just gotta listen to it. Anyway, so I'm gonna share that with you guys. But anyway, tonight we're gonna talk a little bit about everything that's going to happen in the summer into the fall with Beachbody. So we're gonna talk about cookies and creamy Shakeology. We're gonna talk about portion fix makeover. We're gonna talk about 645 with our boo, Amola. You know, I had to practice how to say that, Amola. Okay, we're gonna talk about body. We're gonna talk about the mixed bike. We're gonna talk about our new super trainer, and we're gonna talk about the Nutrition Plus update. So there is a lot. We're gonna try to condense it in half an hour, and we're also going to leave room for questions if you guys have. I'm gonna record this for anyone that wants to watch it over or share it. All right, so let me start this presentation. Let me share my screen. All righty, here we go. So let's talk a little bit about cookies and creamy. All right, you guys. So it's, first of all, when I was growing up, cookies and cream was my favorite ice cream. It was just everything, right? I actually just had it the other day because Carl announced that this flavor is going to be one of our permanent Shakeology flavors. And I was like, let me just go back to old times. And it's going to launch on June 22nd. So that's already here. It's already on my calendar. And for those of you who also like Shakeology as much as I do and cookies and cream, this has to be on your calendars as well. Just so that you guys know, this is a vegan flavor. And so when we say vegan, obviously there can't be any cream in there, right? We can't have any milk in there. And so that's why it's called creamy. Notice creamy, because it just has the flavors of cookies and cream. So cocoa powder, your vanilla extract, your chocolate flavors, so that it tastes like that. So there's no cookies, even though you see the cookies there. All right. And on top of that, they made it a gluten free flavor. So we have a lot of gluten sensitivity that we deal with. You know, maybe you yourself, or maybe people in your circle have gluten sensitivity. So this is going to be a flavor that they can absolutely drink, but also so that you guys know they're going to be incorporating the gluten-free into the vegan flavors throughout the summer. So as they start to, ship, they're going to, let us know that this one now is vegan-free. They have also, you guys, increased the probiotics. So the first one that we're gonna get with increased probiotics is the cookies and creamy. And I did a little research for you guys. So it's gonna be increased to 2 billion CFUs, bacillus coagulans. And what that is, because, when I heard Carl, I knew it was something good, but I wanted to make sure I knew what he was talking about. And that's really just good bacteria, right? And this good bacteria is good for, and I was reading a couple of articles that it actually alleviates, it helps alleviate our stomachs that are distressed. So anyone who has IBS, also, people with acid reflux, people that, suffer from diarrhea, constipation. What else? It also helps with people who have rheumatoid arthritis, with intestinal gas, as I said, airway infection. I mean, so increasing this in the formula is going to just help our gut system, right? So that's going to be so good for all of those who drink Shakeology. All right. What else can I say about this? So be on the lookout, as we said, as the announcements, each flavor changes, so that you can increase your vegan options when it comes to the gluten-free. And it's going to launch in the United States and in Canada at the end of June. All right.
I'm so excited, and I can't wait to do a froyo with this, or frowo rather. So you guys may not know, or may not know, but I am an Alana lover, and she has this new thing for the summer that's frowo. It's a fourth teaspoon of xanthan gum, and then you do your scoop of Shako. You can do water-based. I don't. I do almond milk, about like 8 ounces. Lots of ice, 1 or 2 cups. I do about 2, sometimes more. No fruit, and you put whatever extracts you want. When I tell you, I don't need anything else. That's literally my dinner. It's been my dinner probably for 3 weeks. Like, it is, I feel like a child, and I can't wait until this creamy chocolate and cookies and creamy comes out, so that way I feel like I'm having cookies and cream ice cream, because it's legit and it holds you. Like, you would think I need fruit, I need this, I need that. No, you don't. It's incredible. I have never done it with water. I don't plan on it, because I just want to feel I want to feel like I'm like,
it's creamier, and with this one it's going to be
so good.
creamier. Yeah, so excited.
You know what, I'm gonna do it with almond. Can you imagine?
Almond milk.
I mean, not almond milk, oat milk.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh, I've
Body,
never had oat milk.
Okay. Ooh, ow. We'll talk. Anyway.
So Jessica's going to tell us a little bit about this new Beachbody On Demand Interactive.
Yes. And my daughter's ready to get out the car. Logan,
Logan's gonna
thank you. So if I have interruptions, I do apologize. She is extremely vocal, but body. So I am very much immersed within Beachbody and all that Beachbody has to offer. I love the Nutrition Plus programming, whether you choose the 2B mindset or you choose a container system. I just think Beachbody has something very unique in teaching people how to eat and really setting that foundation, because we all know you can jump up and down as much times as you'd like, but if your nutrition's not on point, nothing's happening. And Beachbody has that on lock. And I think that it's really realizing that the industry is growing, it's changing, and a lot of people don't want to do programs anymore. There are people that do, which I love the structure of programming. So that's why I still do Beachbody programs. I love it. I love starting and completing something and feeling accomplished. There's other people that want to spur the moment type of workout, or like, hey, today I want to work legs. Today I want to look at the schedule and see what's going on, and I want live workouts. I want to train with some of the big names and, not just seeing the same workout all the time, and just do something different. And I know a lot of people know, well, some people may know that I am very much in love with Peloton and yes, you can't overtrain a bad diet. Honey, preach. Some people may know that I love Peloton. I love Peloton because it gives that live aspect that I was missing from Beachbody. And here we are. I feel like, Beachbody is just understanding what's happening within the fitness world, what's happening within just the industry itself, and is really pivoting towards that. And I appreciate that. And I love that about them, that they're willing to go with the wave. So they've launched Body, and that's exactly what it is. It's a online platform for live workouts. And not only will you be training with the big names like Shanti, Amwala, Idalis, and everyone, you'll also be getting other fitness trainers that are very much certified and qualified. So I think I've been hearing a lot of miscommunication where it's like, oh, you're just training with the super trainers. No, it's going to be a nice mix. So they'll have time slots, but you'll also have other trainers that you get to fall in love with. And to be honest, I love our super trainers. God knows I love me some Amwala and some Shanti. But the other trainers, they're probably amazing. I don't know who they are yet, but just be open to when the schedule comes out to trying someone new. And you never know, you might love their training style. You might like how intimate it is. And I really, like you said, Rosa, this can be such a pivotal point for teams, because there's a lot of, right now, I unofficially kind of, when we do the Zoom workouts on Saturdays that I run, I'm like, okay, guys, what workout are you doing? And then a lot of my girls in my Zoom calls, they also have Peloton. So I'm like, hey, are you hopping on any live workouts today? What workout are you doing live? And let's get on that together. This is where Beachbody can snatch that up. You know what I mean? And be like, hey, what live Beachbody workout are you getting on? I don't plan on, and to be super, super transparent, I don't plan on letting go of Peloton. I think you can have both. And I think, Beachbody's realizing that people like variety. So I love that they're doing this. It is going to be an additional cost. However, that's only if you don't have Nutrition Plus right now. So the cost of Nutrition Plus is $19.95, and they're going to do a beta rollout of this for all current Nutrition Plus members. So if you have Nutrition Plus and you're paying that $19.95 in, I believe, July, I think it's on the next one. They're going to roll August. Sorry, they're gonna roll. Okay, August. They're gonna roll out the beta for the Nutrition Plus members. And there's no additional cost if you're already paying the $19.95. However, if you do not have Nutrition Plus, you do have to wait until it's rolled out later in September, and that will be the additional costs. But you get a month free. So you try it out for a month. I personally, I got a little tricks on my sleeve, right? So 645, which we're going to talk about later, is launching in July. Ideally, you get a completion pack for 645. That'll start your clock in July. You'll then roll into the beta of August. You'll see if you love it, and then continue to pay. Don't tell nobody I told you to do that, but I'm just saying, it's just worth it to me. Nutrition Plus is amazing, not just because I've been on an episode, but just, because it's amazing. You get a lot of recipes, and Gabby will talk about that. But like I said before, the super trainers and other non-super trainers will be on there. So I encourage everyone when it launches to be a part of the beta. Get that Nutrition Plus, especially if you're getting 645. Be a part of that. You want to be in there. And what's nice, it's going to give you kind of like the gym field where you can reserve your spot, and something that no other company is doing that's very, very innovative. You can be on reserving your spot so you can be casted on this like green screen kind of deal, and they can help you correct your form. So you're going to be, it's like a massive Zoom call, think of. It's going to be on the screen behind them. If you've done MBF, you understand kind of the feel, what I'm talking about. So you'll be on this screen where everybody's shown, and they're able to then look while they're doing the reps, let's say it's a 3x3. Anyway, let's just say it's like a set of 3 movements, 3 rounds of it. And you know, the second set, they show you the first set. I'm totally making this up. I don't have any inside scoop, so I'm just assuming. Show you the first way, and then the second way, podcast, yes. And then the second way, they then look at the podcast to see how others are performing. And I believe there's an opportunity to be spotlighted for one individual as well. And they help you correct your form. So sometimes while you may not be spotlighted, or you're looking at, you may be having the same exact form or same exact issues, or not realizing that you're doing something that another person that's spotlighted. So it's beneficial to be a part of it, whether you are on the screen or not. So there's a lot of times the cueing that trainers do, you don't realize it's like, don't round your back, you know, elbows in, or whatever it is, or engage this. And when they're correcting someone else, they're actually helping you as well. So don't be discouraged if you don't end up on the screen or anything on the podcast. It's okay, because those cues and those things that they help the other person with can absolutely help you. So yeah, and you do have to have Zoom capabilities. If you get a MYX bike, which Gabby will talk about it, it'll already come programmed on the bike. But if you don't, then you need like Zoom-like capabilities, and they haven't really disclosed what that actually means. But I presume you would probably need to connect on either your phone or iPad, something in which a cable can, a camera can be enabled, and you can be able to tap in that way. So that is just pretty amazing in and of itself, that you get to be so interactive, and that is something no one else is doing. So not only will it boost up your bod groups, because it brings that another sense of community when doing live workouts together, and you get to complain not about a workout that you've repeated, but about something live, real time, and you can take it on demand. So this slide goes over, you can do it live or you take it on demand. You can take a plethora of classes. So it can be, and you don't have to have the MYX bike in order to take the cycling classes, but you can, if you do get the bike, you can take the classes either live or on demand. And again, you could be just an app user, because that's what I plan on being, or you can get the bike. And I believe there's going to be a discount for that as well. They'll have HIIT, they'll have strength training, they'll have yoga. I want to say there's going to be Pilates. I think they mentioned that. So much stuff. It's like insane the way that it, yeah, it's going to be absolutely incredible. And for someone that cross trains, honestly, it's the best thing. I love doing strength, cardio, and well, I also do a million workouts in one day, but just changing your workout style. And maybe you are following a program and then you have this in addition to, or, you know, you mix up a little bit. You know, anyone will tell you, just like Wendy said, you can't outwork a bad diet. So we have the foundation. A lot of people are probably going to come back with the feedback, well, what makes this different than so-and-so? What makes this different than, one, the podcast, and two, it's just giving you that diversity on top of the nutrition and the foundation that we have. That nutrition, we have that on lock. Okay, I am so proud of us in our nutrition space, and the fact that we're pivoting to this is absolutely incredible. So I really think you guys should jump on this. And I know it's going to be a little clunky in the beginning in terms of how do I work this out. Just like Gabby said, she went from DVDs to Beachbody on demand, and I was like, is this man crazy? Sometimes call things of crazy ideas, but they absolutely work. And also what I love, exciting as all heck, original music. They teamed up with Feed FM, and there's going to be like curse words in those songs. I don't know if you're excited, but I'm excited. I want, you know, I want that. I'm trying not to curse on this call. Especially since the humans here. But that's going to be super exciting, because licensing is what, I don't know if many of you know, but licensing agreements is what limited us in terms of our platform. And oh my gosh, Logan, you just dropped everything. Okay. So that's what limited us in terms of programming and what we could get done and add to the programs. So since 80 Day Obsession, they've stripped a lot of the music, and it allowed the playlist option. So if you notice from 80-day obsession and programs going forward, they then started pivoting to like Spotify, and super trainers created their own music and you can do your own. So that gave us a feel of kind of just having your own music, which I love. And I love the options. So this, it was embarrassing. I'm sorry, reading the comments. So some of the music could have been cheesy, but now that we have the original music going on with Feed FM, it's going to be dope. And I think that's just for live and on demand. I think the programs will still be stripped of music. Not clear of that just yet, but I can presume so, just because it gets really expensive if you have to buy music for every like playwright. It gets really ridiculous, but I can only imagine that the programs will still stay the same, where they'll create the Spotify playlist and then the live will be teamed up with Feed FM. But it's going to be bomb, y'all. I really want you guys to at least one live a week, something. It's going to be bomb.
Yeah, I think that, you know, for many of us, when there's so much excitement around a new program, and there's so much, because there's so much excitement, there's so much motivation around it, right? And, you know, it's new, no one has done it. So we all gather together, we do it together. But then when the program is completed and there's nothing, you know, we have to wait for the next new program, we're all trying to keep the momentum going. And this is when Body can, you know, really help us with that, because everything is really going to be new on a daily basis, right? There's going to be, like Jessica said, there's going to be a schedule. You can, you know, reserve your spot, but there's going to be opportunity for you to choose from different exercises, you know, different kinds of exercises. And in between workouts, you can just do Body. Or if you have an extra, you know, half an hour in the afternoon, then you can do Body. You know what I mean? So it's going to be very exciting and very instrumental for our journeys, because we can continue to utilize it to, you know, to reach our goals. So I think that this is going to be so amazing. And going into Nutrition Plus. So like Jessica was saying, if you already have it, then you're not going to need to pay an additional $19.95 a month to have Body, because Nutrition Plus is going to transition into Body basically. So right now, the updates for Nutrition Plus is that if you have it, you're going to have additional workouts. So for example, for autumn, we already have in there Freak Week, right? So if you have Nutrition Plus, you have Freak Week, you have access to that. So new workouts, right? That maybe you want to try something new and you know, and add it to or couple it with whatever workout you're doing. There's going to be 4 additional Let's Get Up workouts that's going to be added in there. So whenever they're done, they're going to be uploaded into Nutrition Plus. And with 645, I know that Jessica is going to talk a little bit more about that program. We're also going to have something called 630, which is same style of 645. It's just going to be 30-minute workouts, also going to be put into Nutrition Plus. So if you don't have it, you don't get access to those workouts. All right. So Nutrition Plus, if you have an active membership, if you don't, let me just, like Jessica, let me repeat this. If you don't have a Nutrition Plus membership, you can either wait with Amola's new program and you can buy the challenge pack, and then you can get the Nutrition Plus for free for 30 days, and then you can start paying in August. If you want to, you know, go ahead and do it now so that you can get the workouts that are already in there, you're still going to get 30 days for free. And then you can, you know, start paying the $19.95. So, and also know that if you have the membership, those are the folks that are going to be able to try out Body first. So, you know, they're going to have the beta samplers, and basically we get to, you know, see what the, what the platform is going to look like. We're going to get to see, to interact and try see how everything kind of pans out and things like that. So that's going to be fun. What else? They're going to have live cooking shows with Body. So we're going to be able to see Alana and Autumn, do live classes. They're actually going to be telling us ahead of time, like, hey, I'm going to go live, whatever, at this time. And then these are the ingredients that you need for this meal. And then you go out and get it. And then you can actually cook with them, guys. So I know that I've done cooking classes before, and I absolutely love them. And so it's kind of like that, but you're at home and you're already paying for it. So so you don't have to, and those classes are super expensive. And this way you can just cook with the super trainers, and you can, serve it to your family after that. And then you're also going to have one of the biggest struggles for a lot of you guys is meal planning, meal prepping, right? And so they're going to be doing live meal planning sessions. I mean, how amazing is that? That you're going to get even more tools to succeed in your nutrition journey. So this is going to be key. So remember, Nutrition Plus memberships, $19.95 monthly, and that's going to transition into Body. Let's see. All right, so I got everything that I wanted to touch upon that. Let's talk a little bit about the ultimate portion fix. So they're going to revamp this. So so right now, anyone who buys a challenge pack gets the 2 nutrition programs, the ultimate portion fix and To Be Mindset. So the ultimate portion fix was created by Autumn, which she created the container system, and then they went ahead and they filmed a lot of videos with so much information for us. And in doing that, because she always gets all these questions from, all of us. And so she wanted to address everything. And in doing that, it kind of got a little complicated. And there's all these videos, right? Which, many of us have already done. And in a month, you can get through them. But right now, what they've done is that they're actually going to reshoot, or they are in the process of reshooting and making everything simpler and easy to follow. And so what they're doing is that they're going to have 3 categories. And in those three categories, each category is going to have 6 videos, short videos, and it's going to address everything that we need to know in order to succeed using the portion fix. So the name is changing from Ultimate Portion Fix to Portion Fix. All right, so there's going to be 3 categories. The first one is Fix, Fast, Track. So again, 6 videos, and that is just addressing the basics, how to utilize these containers. The second one is called the Custom Fix, and that will include time nutrition, carb cycling, and intermittent fasting, which is actually new for Beachbody On Demand, which actually is going to be so helpful in understanding how Amola actually uses nutrition. That is actually what he uses. So Jorge and I are actually considering doing intermittent fasting with 645. So that's something that you want to know ahead of time. So that's something that Beachbody is incorporating into our nutrition system, intermittent fasting. And then a fix for every occasion. That is the other 6 videos. And that one is basically when you dine out, when you plateau, meal prepping, meal planning. So anything that you need that is outside of Fit, Fast Track, and Custom Fix is going to be in there. Also know that, they're going to touch upon vegan, vegetarians, how to eat when you're pregnant, when you're breastfeeding, how to cook for your kids and things like that. So so stay tuned for Portion Fix. So that is going to be revamped, and I'm super, super excited that, what we need in this world right now is simple, easy, so that we can go ahead, we're getting and get out. So you're still going to get all the information you need to succeed in your nutrition. So let's talk about our boo.
Oh, excuse me, back up. That's my boo. Thank you very much.
I didn't see you, so I was about to joke. We were fighting about this slide. I'm gonna let you take it.
Thank you. We can share it, but just to give the highlights, my man, my other husband, He's coming out with a new program, 645. Y'all, I'm so excited. It is, think of the new foundation workout that you will start your journey with. And what I loved was I've been on a few calls with Amwala and just coach calls, and he admitted that he casted his net too small. That when he started off with the work, it was really kind of like to be this hard program and to give something different that Beachbody didn't have. And then the feedback immediately was, this is too hard. So then he went down to the prep to kind of get you ready, but it was still very hard. And if anyone that has done these two programs know, even the prep is difficult, you know, and you have to do a decent amount of push-ups. So what 645 is really a foundation program. The intent is to do 645 first, maybe one or even two rounds, because it's about foundational movement, really understanding what your body's doing, the intricate movements, about form, about your body structure during and why you're doing these movements, and flowing with them. So it's not about going hard all the time. It's really understanding why you're doing these exercises and what it should be targeting and what you should be feeling during these movements. So the idea is to do 645 first, then do the prep, then do the work. There is a sample workout that's going to come out on June 28th. And then the coach exclusive window is going to be July 6th. And then the customer launch is going to be July 19th. It is a 6-day on, 1-day off program. It's about 13 weeks. And with Nutrition Plus, you'll actually get the body access, will give you bonus content for 630. And that's the 30-minute version, because these are 45 minutes long. It's 6 days a week, 45 minutes, hence the name 645. But with Nutrition Plus, that bonus content, if you wanted to add anything on, or you were kind of like waiting or in between, or after you were done, you wanted something short, or you couldn't do the full 45, 630 is meant to be that extra bonus content for you. You will need light, medium, and heavy dumbbells and power loops, which are going to be new for Beachbody. They're not like the resistance loops. They're much thicker and there's two sizes. There's like a black, I think, and then they're a light gray, or maybe like a dark gray, something, those two effects. So they're power loops. I can't wait. And apparently the bonus content, the 630, is going to include the track, and it's also going to include, I want to say, the step. So it's supposed to be really, really dope. Yeah. 13 weeks. Yeah, it's a really long time. So it's supposed to be, I'm excited. I'm excited for what this is going to do, because a lot of people, when they start off their journey, they start off with 21-day fix. They start off, you know, this is meant to not replace, but, you know, be another option if you didn't want to go like the 21-day fix extreme route. It is going to be challenging because there's different phases, so it's going to rev up. Don't get it twisted. Mall is not easy in any kind of way, so it's going to start off very, you know, basic and just understanding movements. And as the phases increase, and even in those basic movements, it's going to show you your body's going to get ripped. It's going to get toned. What I've been seeing in terms of results is insane. And I think they're coupling it with the intermittent fasting. So I'm actually thinking about that as well when I do 645, and then going into the prep and the work, because I plan on redoing everything. He always levels up. So I know it's going to be delicious. I'm late.
And like MBF is coming out for my birthday. You know, Beachbody hooking me up.
I'm done.
So it's July 6th. So my guess is that, you know, as a team, we can order right away on the 6th when it launches, and then wait for our loops. And so we can kick off that following. So July 6th is actually a Tuesday. So, you know, as we work.
Yeah, it's a weird launch date today. I was looking, I was like, are they sure? Like, it's weird. Usually it's like the Monday, and then the Sunday you can get early access.
Right.
Like
we might be able to get it on the
Monday
night. However, you know, it's always late because it's like 9.
Not late for me.
Well, right. But basically for us it's like midnight over here. So but again, as we wait for our equipment, we can kick off like the following Monday. But the idea is that we get it so that as soon as, they start shipping those things out, we can start that Monday. But I'm super excited because I love how he works. He's, well, maybe we should move on to the next slide. He's just good, right? And like you said, he's eye
delicious.
candy. All right,
That's my man.
I'm looking forward to 645, to say the least. All right, so incorporating indoor cycling. A lot of people have been, Jessica, how long have you been using Peloton?
2016.
2016. So that's what, 5
And
years?
before I got my Peloton, I was an avid Soul Cycle rider where I would go 3 times a week to Seoul and 3 times a week to Barry's and Beachbody.
So we've before Beachbody announced that they were acquiring the Mix bike and going public, Jorge and I had been talking about a Peloton just because he, I'm not even going to sit here and pretend like it's me. He likes to cycle. And I was like, all right. And then when, Carl made this announcement, I was like, hold up, let's wait for this bike. And they're actually creating a specific bike, which is the Mix V2 for Beachbody, and it's going to be incorporated with Body. And they haven't given us much detail. They're going to give us all the details at Summit. Why? Because Beachbody needs to go public first. We're going to become a public company. And so once we become public, then they're going to be able to tell us, what our discount code is going to be, so that if you're interested in getting the bike, you can get the discount. If you, what else? If you're a coach and you want to connect people to the bike, what the commission structure is going to look like. So all the pricing information as well. So we're not going to know any of that until, the company becomes public. All right. So I'm definitely very, very excited about that, because just so that you guys know, a lot of you guys also connect with your heart rate monitors. That's going to be, something that the Mix bike is going to do. Again, the ability to have, options to the live classes with, with the cycling instructor. So I know, we have a new super trainer, and Jessica's going to talk a little bit about her because she actually comes from the Peloton world. But we also, not only are we going to have her, but we're going to have other instructors like Idalis, who is going to be, in there. So, we're just going to have all these options, you guys. So I know many of you guys love to cycle, whether that's outside, but now, we're going to be able to do it indoor as well. So we're going to have yet another option. But right now, the only details, like I said, that we know is that this is going to be launched in the fall as well. So the more, once we go public, then we'll have more information. And then obviously we're going to be able to pass that information down to you guys. And then let's close it out with the newest addition to our super trainers.
Jennifer Jacobs, aka J Method. Jay is a machine. She actually has a whole kind of workout program herself that she loves, resistance bands, and she will be releasing a program on Beachbody on demand, and that's coming out in December. And I can only imagine that it's probably going to be based on, it's going to be like a toning type of program, because that's what the J Method is. But she's created this. So back up, she used to be a senior instructor in Peloton. I didn't avid her much except for her arms toning classes, which were delicious. I used to, let me tell you, you never thought 3-pound weights would be so disgusting in your life. So Jay is all about toning, getting that burn. And I also did a couple of her climb classes. Legit. This woman is insane. And you see how she looks. That's for a reason. So I know she's going to bring that. But she's also really well known within the Peloton ride for her 80s ride. That's like her thing. She has a whole gang of people that love her 80s rides. It's a thing. So people that love the 80s, here you go. That ain't for me. I was born in the 80s. I like the 90s. So but the J method is using resistance bands. So I can only imagine that the program that she's coming out with will be using those and will be about toning. So I'm excited. She's going to be on the live platform, creating live content for the bike. And then the program will be off the bike.
Yeah, super excited. If you're not following her yet on, the social media platform, I started following her on Instagram, and right away, that, she's consistent, especially with like, her morning routine. So start following her. Just, a lot of people know, like Jessica was saying, her method and things like that. So just so that you get familiar with her, and she will be part of the summit experience. So if you're a coach, you guys, you don't have to be a working coach to attend summit. So, make sure that you stay, in tune with what's happening so that you can participate in the live workouts. All the super trainers are going to have a session, and also the super workout. So these are opportunities for us to get to know Jennifer Jacobs. So I'm looking forward to all the exciting things that are happening with Beachbody. And I hope that you guys are here for the ride. For the ride. All right. So any questions, you guys?
Is Alana doing anything around intermittent fasting?
So they didn't go into much details about the intermittent fasting. I know that one of the things that Carl mentioned, and and I think Jessica may be able to answer that question because she's worked so closely with Alana. But I know that Carl mentioned that 645 is going to have a nutrition plan with intermittent fasting, because that's what Amola follows. So that'll be interesting to do if it's something you're for. Do you know, Jessica, about Alana?
And it'll be closer to the portion.
You're cutting in and out. Yeah, we're gonna go back to
the portion fix.
Okay.
I know Alana pretty well, and I know that she is not. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me okay? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. I was saying I know Alana pretty well, and I know that she's not a believer of.
Oh, no. You keep going in and out, girly.
Okay. I think you should be able to hear me now.
Yes.
Sorry. I know Alana pretty well, and I know that she's not an avid believer of intermittent fasting. Just, she doesn't believe the stomach closes. So that's just one of the things that I don't know if that's going to change with this. I do not personally see her creating something with 2B and intermittent fasting. But again, I can't really speak for her, but not that I know of, I should say. And I would honestly be surprised if she did.
Okay. Well, I think, as they work on the new Nutrition Plus, Portion Fix, then we'll know more.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more portion fixed.
Yeah, because it's something that they're revamping under there. I'm guessing you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. And she just what she practices. She doesn't believe in, any. It's because people work different. Anyway, it's a long spiel, but it's just not something that she usually practices. So I just don't foresee that. But again, I could be totally wrong, and I go ahead. I would be happy if she did do it, but I just don't see it. I know she's working on other things, which I can't really speak on, but not that I know of for intermittent fasting.
Yeah. I'm going through the chat. My sister had asked why they're taking the word ultimate, because they're making it simple.
Yeah, they just want to make it real easy, because I think the ultimate portion fix kind of just complicated things and just master class and this and that and this level. It was just a lot going on. So I think they just wanted to just bring it down, and it's like portion fix, portion control containers, here you are. Here's the basis. Here's what you do if you want to kind of make it a little bit more personal. And then here's what you do if you're in a pinch. You know, just because those are the three things that people mainly worry about. It's like, okay, I just want the foundation, or let's get a little creative. Time nutrition, I think, is amazing. And when I did it for 80-day obsession, oh my God, my results was incredible. So yeah, I think they're just trying to cater to the different markets, but not overcomplicate things.
Correct. So I think someone mentioned, let me see, about 90, oh, my sister mentioned something about 13 weeks, taking her back to the first program that she did with
The Shalene?
no, she did like us, T25. 10 weeks, and then we added the gamma, which was an additional 4
Same.
weeks of 14.
Yep, I did 14 weeks.
Yep.
Me too.
And so, and like Carolina said, she mentioned, you know, taking us back to P90 days, which is longer programs actually are connected with, you know, successful coaches because, you know, you commit to something long-term, you stick around for longer. And, you know, let me tell you something. I love Tony, and we're doing P90X right now, but because we are there, you know, ever since, what was the first 80-day obsession was the first program that every single workout was different, right?
Yeah.
And so now I feel like, you know, they've spoiled us. Back in the day, they did, you know, they did like 5 workouts, and then you had to repeat those bad boys, you know. I think there was like a phase 1, you know, and then you repeated that like a couple weeks, and then like a phase 2, and then you repeated that a couple weeks, and that's the way P90X is. And so, you know, right now, while the workouts are so good and intense, we feel like, dude, you killing me with the same workout. But that's only because we've been spoiled. We didn't know any better before. T25, you know, it was the same workout. Every Monday was the same thing, right? Until you got to the beta. So it was the alpha, the beta, and then the gamma, right? So the first, you know, few weeks we did the same workout on Monday, the same one on Tuesday, so on and so forth. But because there was nothing else that we knew, it was cool. But now, you know, I feel like we're spoiled and we want a different workout every day, which is why Body, you know, is going to be amazing because it's going to keep us guessing. So, so yeah, I think that this 13-week program is 645 is going to be so good.
Back up. I see your eyes getting all excited. Back up. Thank you.
All excited. So we all going to be fighting. Any other questions? I'm going to keep reading the messages here. My sister said we're going to see Jessica working out at midnight.
I sure will. Listen, as soon as it's released, you know my hot booty ass. I'm going to be right there like, oh, dang it. I said I wouldn't curse. Oh, I'm sorry.
You are so silly. Let me see. All right. I think that's it. Nothing else. She was hot. Neither was
okay.
About. Yep. But thank you guys. I don't want to miss anything. I'm kind of just, you know, skimming through the chat. There was a lot of comments in here.
There's a lot more details that are going to come out, and we're all, you know, going to keep you in the loop, of course. What I know, Gabby will know, and we'll share. But I'm excited. This is going to be great. I know there's been a lot of like mixed feelings, like how is this going to work? And so it'll be fine. It'll work, and you'll see that you actually benefit from doing the live workouts, because I'm a live workout junkie. So it's going to feel good.
It's going to be fun.
And it's the best of both worlds. It's like feeling like you're in the gym, like a real gym, because it's different, but being home. It's so legit.
Yes.
Gabby, how is the reserving your spot gonna work? Can you go a little bit more, if you know?
So once they launch it, that's why it's so important, you guys, that if you don't have Nutrition Plus, that you get it, because that is gonna roll into Body. And so basically you're going to be able to get a head start on testing out the platform, testing out, you know, the technology behind it, how everything is going to work out. So from my understanding, it's going to be like a menu basically with like a schedule for that day.
It's
And
going to be
probably,
stripped up through modalities. So your
Yep.
yoga, you have all your lifetimes, your HIIT, all the lifetimes for that day, and an instructor, and you count yourself in, or I'm using Peloton terms, but you reserve your spot on that screen for when, and I'm sure they'll give like a week in advance, so that way you can kind of reserve your spot in advance and plan out your week. But in order to get on the podcast on the screen, it's first come, first serve.
right.
So being on time is late.
Correct.
They probably are going to do a pre-show kind of deal like Peloton. They have pre-shows in like a window, but they obviously don't have a screen for you to come up on. So getting there at least, I don't know what the window will be where they open up the room. I presume it will probably be like 10 minutes before. You want to be there 15 minutes before, so you could literally be there the second that they open up the room, so you can be in that queue. That's if you want to get into podcasts. You
don't have
I'll
to.
be lucky if I
Right.
make it on time. But that's only if you want to get casted.
Mhm.
If you don't care about that, then you can just come on your regular time and just be ready.
And you can still participate. You get to,
Yeah.
just like Jessica was saying, you can, reserve your spot in advance, based on modalities, super trainer, etc. And in terms of the podcast, Carl is very innovative and also very smart. For leadership last year, because of COVID, we had it virtually, and we were able to test out the podcast. I mean, we were just thinking like, they were just, doing this big thing because they always do it bigger for the leaders. And so, we were able to work out behind the screen of the super trainers. And so, no one knew, and then boom, he comes out with this news. So obviously they were just testing it as well. So they're gonna tell us in advance, like, what if, obviously, like Jessica said, we all need Zoom, we're all gonna need Nutrition Plus, and if you have the mixed bike, that's also gonna just come, prop for that. So the more we know, we're going to be able to communicate it. But they actually showed us like a screen, so I'll post that so that you guys can see it. But other than that, I haven't seen anything more. So, any other questions?
About Nutrition Plus, it's both. It's the portion fix and the to be mindset, right?
I didn't hear your question. I'm sorry.
So when you say Nutrition Plus, is that the one when you have both of the nutrition programs?
Well, not, it's an additional membership that you pay on a monthly basis. So it's not just having. So when you buy a challenge pack, since MBF, they're now adding it into, and I think all the challenge packs now have it, where if you buy a new challenge pack, they give you access to the actual programs, which is which is To Be Mindset and the Ultimate Portion Fix. That's how it stands right now. However, they also give you an additional 30 days for free for additional videos that Alana and Autumn launch on a monthly basis. They do interviews, they talk about different topics, and that is an additional membership, and you pay $19.95 monthly to have that. So it's not the programs, it's just a membership on top of those programs. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, no problem. Anyone else? Any other questions? Okay. All right. Thank you so much, ladies, for hopping on.
Thank you, guys.
Once I have the recording, thank you, Jessica, for co-hosting this with me. And once we have more info, we're going to be able to, do another call and things like that. I know that these calls are important. They're important to our community. So we're going to start to, bring them back, especially now that we have all this activity, and, support is so important to succeed in this journey. So thank you again for hopping on tonight. And if you know anyone who, didn't hop on or wants to watch it, as soon as I post the recording, feel free to share the link with them. All right. Have a great night, guys.
Have a good one.
Good night.